Hello, my friends, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a great day so far. In today's video, we're gonna take a look at the Huda Empowered palette. This is the latest release by Huda Beauty. She released this back in the fall sometime. I think it was like, she usually releases one of these larger palettes around the holidays each year. So I can't remember if hers came out in October, November, or December, but for some reason December is ringing a bell for me. It might have been November because I think she releases them in November, but I always correlate them to like the holiday time. But I did not pick up this palette at that time because I had picked up the Natasha Denona palette, and a lot of the reviews I was seeing at that time were comparing those two palettes. I also looked at the palette in store at that time, and I did some swatches, and I just was kind of on the fence about it, but I really do like Huda's palettes, and when Sephora had their 50% off recently, I decided to pick it up and add it to my collection. And I do really like the color story. So here's what it looks like. This is the outer packaging. It's really pretty. And then here's the palette itself. And then here's the color story. So you could see that this is like very rich toned, and it really is a beautiful palette. I really think that her palette quality is really nice. These particular palettes, I believe, are made in Italy. And so I thought I'd do something a little different today because it's not a new release palette. It's just new to me. I went online, and there is a YouTuber that I'm sure you guys are familiar with. Her name is Angela Bright, and she does a lot of eyeshadow looks. In fact, she's done some collaborations with Sigma, and she just did a palette with Sigma, actually. And I always liked her eye looks, and I find her to be really easy to follow because she does like step by step. So I took notes on her video, and the name of the video is Vampy Tutorial for the Huda Empowered palette. And incidentally, she didn't really like the palette the first time she used it, but she really liked this look that she did. So I thought it would be fun to do the, to copy the tutorial that she did. So let's just get into it. I've got all my brushes ready to go. I used my It Cosmetics brush bath. I really like this for like quick cleaning. And I also got a new, I got a new J-Cat dry brush cleaner because I use these things a lot. So I got that ready to go anyway. So let's just get into it. I got most of the rest of my makeup is already on. So I'm going to start with a Refer 2 brush. I'm trying to copy the brushes that she used. I don't have any of the brushes that she used because she used Sigma. So she said, use gel shadow Worthy all over the lid. Okay. So Worthy is going to be this one right here. You can see I haven't even touched this palette yet. And I did put eyeshadow primer on already. I have my Rare Beauty on. So one of the reasons why Angela didn't like the palette was she tried to use the gel liners as a liner, or the gel shadows as liners, and they just didn't work for her, or she didn't like it. So I guess some of her followers told her to use them as an eyeshadow, like as a base. And then when she did that, she liked them a lot more. Okay, so I think my eyes are probably, my lid space is probably smaller than Angela's. She said to just put this on the lid but it's hard for me to do that because my eyes are smaller, so. And then I have one eye that kind of like is more hooded than the other. Okay, and then she said put Courageous over it. So pat it over the gel. So Courageous is this shade right here. And this is a happy accident that I'm wearing a shirt that kind of has these colors. I really did not do that on purpose. So this shade is showing up nicely because it's kind of like a duochrome, if you will. If you see me, when I move my finger, you can see how it shifts. She also used her finger to pat it on, so I think I'm just going to switch over to that. Yeah, I'm getting a lot more saturation here just using my finger. I'm a fan of just using my fingers lots of times over brushes because I just feel like you really get the payoff that you need. Okay, so then she said blend and crease with a crease brush. Okay. So I have my BK Beauty 202 ready to go. So then she said blend these two shades up into your crease. And that's my Boston Terrier behind me snorting. Big Dreams, blend and crease. Okay, so Big Dreams is this shade right here. But I'm going to switch now, and I'm going to use a Sephora Pro Brush 24 to blend into my crease. Yeah, I thought, let me try to follow a tutorial instead of trying to figure out which shades to use, because sometimes, I don't know about you, but sometimes I just need help with these palettes, you know, putting the shades together. Okay, done. Then she said take a skin-colored eyeshadow and blend that up to your eyebrow. So I probably have a I'm sure I do, but a lot of people just use like one of these like face powders to do that. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to use my Charlotte Tilbury, and I'm going to go right under my brow. And she also said like bring it down a little bit to soften the edges here. Okay, done. Confident, put on outer part of lid. Okay, can't even read my own handwriting. Okay, so here's Confident. She's saying take that and put that in the outer part of the lid. So I'm just gonna clean this brush off a little bit here that has that gel shade. What was the name of that? Courageous. Okay, because she kind of used like a similar type of brush to this to do that. Okay, so she picked this up and she said to just pat it in the corner here and bring it up a little bit. So it's just kind of deepening this look now. And I'm not doing anything special. I mean, I'm getting my hair done. I'm getting my highlights touched up and a haircut, and then I have to take my husband's truck in. If you follow me on Instagram, I posted a photo. We went to the D-backs game the other day and we drove into the parking garage, and when we got out, the car was literally hissing, and it was his back tire, and there was a big construction metal piece all the way through the tire, total flat. Yeah, and you know, I don't know if you know, but it's like 110 in Phoenix right now. So it was hot in that parking garage, and he had to try to change the tire, which he did. And he said, well, the silver lining is that it didn't happen outside in the sun, like on a highway or something. So at least it happened in the parking garage. But nonetheless, I have to go and get that tire, a new tire put on the truck today after I get my hair done. So that's my plans for today. Okay, it says bring up lightly and decrease, and then charisma in the outer part of the lid. Okay, charisma. Which one is charisma? Inner part. Okay. So then she showed these two shades, and she said they're very similar, but she went with the charisma shade, and she put that, let me just clean my finger off here. She put that in the inner part a third of the way in. So I'm just going to use my finger, and oh wow. Whew. I'm getting some fallout here. Okay, I didn't realize just how glittery the shade is. It's beautiful, but very glittery. Yeah, I'm getting fallout all over my face here. Hold on. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get all this off. Huh. Okay, if I would have known that was going to happen, I wouldn't have done my foundation first. Okay, so that's that one. And then she said put courageous right next to charisma. So then she went back into courageous, which is that shade again, and she said she like blended it. Let me see if I can try to use the brush to do this, because I think that's what she did. Courageous. Yeah, then she like kind of blended courageous back into that. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, the next time I use this palette and I want to use those gold shades, I'm definitely going to do this differently. Okay. She had some fallout too. Can't remember which shade it was, but all right. We're gonna put some concealer on anyway. Okay, so that's how we're looking. And then she moved to the lower lash line, and then she did Big Dreams, so went back there. So I'm just using a Refer 23. This is a very fine pencil brush. I mean, the shadows are a little powdery, but I think all of Huda's shadows are like that. Okay, and then Confident over the lash line to deepen that. So Confident, where are you? Confident. Okay, Confident, that one. So that was that that shade that we used at the outer part. I'm gonna try going a little bit lower with that shade than I normally do. Yeah, she's right. This is definitely vampy. Okay. All right, and then I'm going to just go back. Then I think she went back over this part and she again just blended this part out so it looks more blended. Okay. All right, so this is the look following her tutorial step by step. Okay, so and now I bought this during the last Sephora sale, this Makeup Forever concealer. It was like, I think it was like $15, and then I got like 20% off that. It's a really good deal. So I got shade 21, and it's the Ultra HD concealer. This is the first time I'm using this, so I have no idea if this is too light or, yeah, this looks like the color that I would normally get. I wanted to use this in one of the videos. Okay, let's see how this blends out. I like to try to do my concealer at the end of the eye look, so this is my opportunity to just like clean anything up and make some sharp lines there. So I really like the HD foundation. I do not have that on. I've actually got on the KVD foundation today because I wanted something, because I was doing this more like vampy, darker look. I wanted a really full coverage foundation. I really like full coverage foundations. This one is a little more matte. So since I have dry skin, I just make sure that I really hydrate underneath when I'm using a foundation like this. I think it covers pretty well. And I did not use much, so okay. That looks good. And then for mascara, I got this for free with one of my Sephora orders. It was like a free, I'm pretty sure I've tried this before. I'm pretty sure I have. And it's okay. It's not a bad mascara. I'll show you what this is what the brush looks like. Yeah, and then the other thing that happened this week, I went to go do a thumbnail on my last video, and I turned on my laptop, and it's 7 years old. Wouldn't even turn on. I mean, it turned on, but the screen wouldn't turn on. So my husband looked up, you know, like troubleshooting, and it said that it could be the battery. So we did like an overnight on Amazon. I'm not a Prime member. We did an overnight and thinking, okay, we'll give this a try before we have to throw the towel in and buy another laptop. And we were hopeful that it was just the battery, but it did the same thing. It just, like, part of the keyboard lit up, you know, so we could tell there's something there, but it's just, you know, it just decided to quit on us. So we had to go out and get a new laptop, and thank goodness there was some July 4th sales going on, so we were able to get one at Best Buy. So I was happy about that because we saved a few $100s. But, you know, a good laptop, like if you want to like upload videos or you want to do any kind of editing or anything, you know, and you need that speed to run any of those kind of programs, is pricey. So I knew it was going to go soon. I just was waiting for that to happen before I went and spent money on on another laptop. Okay, so yeah, I mean, it's a nice mascara. It's not a fave, but you know, it's okay. And then for lips, since we're doing Huda, let me just get this off. Around the holidays, she had these, you know, she always has these like cute lips, and then inside there's 3 products. And so the 3 products are, I think this is Gold Bold is the name of this lip balm. This is her lipstick in the shade Interview, and this is a lip liner in Pinky Brown. So I'll give you a swatch. I thought this would go good with this look. I really like Huda's lip products too. I mean, I just really like Huda's a lot of her products, and then her perfumes as well. So those are that's the liner, that's lipstick, and then that's the lip balm that I believe would go over it. So let's go ahead and put that on. I love Pinky Browns. I feel like they just look good on me. I have a lot of blue undertones in my lips. My lips are like naturally pretty red. Okay, and then there's the Bullet. I believe this is, yeah, this is her matte formula. I usually do her her cream formula, but I just couldn't resist this little set. I just thought, yeah. And then when you put the balm on top, it's fine anyway. And then normally what I do, because I put like some concealer on, I go back in a little bit with some more blush, and I use the Jacqueline one today, and this one is Sunkissed and Bronzed Moment. I didn't use this. I didn't use the bronzer in here. It's nice. I just didn't think of using it. I used the Gucci today, but I really do like her this set, like when she came out with these. They're a little bulky, but the products themselves are really nice. Okay. And then since we did Jacqueline on the cheeks, let's go ahead and do her highlighter. This is an Iced. And I normally just go right here. This is very, if you really like a lot of punch, I like my highlighters to really stand out. I wouldn't say this is as bright as the Rare Beauty, but I would say it definitely has a presence. And that's Jacqueline in the shade Iced. So I think that's it, my friends. I'm going to get really close here. So that's the look. There's the lips using the Huda Empowered palette. I really love the way this look came out. I definitely think it's vampy, and I wouldn't normally do this kind of look for what I'm doing today, but I really wanted to do a look with this eyeshadow palette, and I thought that was very apropos. If you have the Natasha Denona My Dream palette, I would say that this is somewhat similar. Like this shade, I think is the shade that Angela said was very similar to that Courageous shade. There is, I believe this shade comes off very gold. It's definitely got those berry and those deeper shades like the Empowered does. So this does have a similar color story. So if you have it, then, you know, I don't know if you need Empowered, but hey, if they have another really great sale like they did on this one, I would definitely say add it to your collection, or even if you just like the color story. So I am off to go get my hair done and take care of that tire, and I'll see you guys next time. If you're not already subscribed, I would love it if you would join the family and hit that subscribe button. Follow me over on Instagram. And I also have a playlist of other eyeshadow palettes that I have reviewed as well. So thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you soon.